In this video, we're going to go through some myths that surround portrait photography. Are these things really true? Well, we're gonna go through 5 of them in this video. You should never use a wide angle to shoot a portrait, right? Well, not exactly. I mean, if you're shooting some headshots for a company CEO and you need some clean and nice images so your client can use this on their LinkedIn page or something like that, then yeah, you're probably gonna stay away from wide angle lenses. But is that a rule for every portrait? No. Wide angle lenses could be fun to use if used correctly. Maybe you want to show more of your environment around your subject, or maybe you just didn't have much space to play with and you needed a wider focal length. In any case, using wide angle lenses can give you a different perspective and add to the variety of your photo shoot. Granted, you won't be able to stand too close to your subject, but also not too far. Try it out. Wide angle lenses might surprise you. You should always use wide apertures to shoot portraits, correct? Again, not exactly. While wide apertures can give you nice, creamy, out-of-focus backgrounds, that might not be exactly what you're looking for. Everyone nowadays gets the latest lenses with f1.4 or even f1.2 apertures to get that nice subject separation and blurry backgrounds, and technology is getting so good that good glass is not always that expensive anymore. So yeah, you should probably have a good fast lens in your kit, but not always use it wide open. The argument for using it at its widest aperture is to separate your subject from the back, and that is okay. That works and gives you great results. But what if you don't need to separate your subject so much? What if your subject's surroundings add information to your image? Let's take this image I shot in New York City, for example. This was for a clothing brand that flew me into the city to have a photo shoot with them. As you can see, my subject is in perfect focus, but you can also see the city behind her, and that's important. If they flew me to New York City to have a photo shoot in the city, and the purpose is to have our models around the city, it would be kind of dumb of me to have everything behind my model just out of focus and blurry. It is a city photo shoot. The brand chose the city as a location. My goal is to showcase the clothes and the models, but in the city. If I shot this at a wide aperture, making everything else blurry, the photo shoot loses its purpose. Before we continue with the video, let me remind you that AI is here to stay and help you, not to take your job away. So that is why you should start incorporating it into your workflow, and what better way to do it than with Aftershoot, your very own personal AI assistant that can help you go through the process of image selection, separating the blurry ones and the ones where your subject has their eyes closed, so you can decide which images are the ones you're going to edit. And it also can learn your own editing style and can manage editing tasks for you without the need for you to be in front of the computer. If you haven't tried it out, you should try it out right now and take advantage of the 1-month free trial that we have for you. Link in the description. We all know shadows are bad. You should always stay away from them and not have them in your portraits, right? Again, not actually. While in some occasions you might want to have clean, bright portraits, especially in corporate and business photo shoots, shadows do have a spot in portrait photography. Now, the thing is, you have to know how to use them correctly in order to give your image a little plus. It's not about being irresponsible and completely ignoring the shadows in your image just because I've told you that shadows can be good. The ideal thing to do would be to use them to emphasize something in your photo or even add some drama to your shoot. Shadows can be a powerful tool when used correctly. After all, it is because of the presence of darkness that we can really appreciate the existence of light. Trust me, purposely incorporate shadows into your images and you will see a difference in your work. If you don't have expensive gear, your portrait photos are not gonna be good. You need a good and expensive camera and lenses to shoot good portraits. And this one is easily debunked. Let's go back in time to the first digital cameras. Those things had less megapixels than your phone. Their dynamic range wasn't as good as the ones you can find today on simple point and shoot cameras. Technology wasn't what we see nowadays, and still, people were able to create amazing photography with those things. Let's take it even further back to the film era. People were shooting amazing portraits with manual focus lenses and would give you images that would not be considered sharp by today's standards, yet a lot of those photos would still be considered good images today. There's a tendency to believe that the gear is more important than the photographer, and well, it isn't. If you know your craft, you know your light, and have creative ideas, no amount of gear will be able to stop you from being good. It's not the gun, it's the cowboy. If you are shooting your images with your subject always in the middle, you're doing it wrong. You should be using the rule of thirds, the golden rule, the Fibonacci spiral. No. I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying different composition techniques, but that doesn't mean having some symmetry in your photos is a bad thing, especially nowadays when everyone wants to shoot vertical photos because of the influence of social media. Centering your subject can give your photos some balance, some harmony. I'm not saying never use the rule of thirds. What I mean is, if you didn't use it, you're not doing anything wrong. I personally love centering my photos. My clients enjoy their photos centered. Do I try different things out? Of course I do. But if I didn't try other composition techniques, my images wouldn't necessarily be bad just because of that. And there you have it. Those are 5 portrait myths we've just debunked. Photography is art. And art, after all, is subjective. So what is good for some people might be weird to others. The only way to actually know if something works or doesn't work for you is to go and try it out yourself. Thanks for watching and see you all in the next one. Bye.